Okay. Of course, it takes me a minute.
It's so hard to find good help these days. Good Lord. Here we are, folks. Welcome. Tank Talk Live. We do this every single Thursday. And of course, the world comes crashing down as soon as we click start screaming. My eyes start screaming. Yeah, because we're screaming in here. Oh, boy. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. She had to deliver a message to the famous Candy Overhauls, and I'm sitting here waiting. I'm
sorry,
like, there's 124 people here waiting for us, folks.
I said, hold on, I'm messaging Candy.
Yeah. Sorry that it was delayed. Anyway, how is everyone doing today? This show this week is going to be, I think it's going to be a little different than what we normally do, because we've had so many things happen this last week that are fish keeping related. So it's not going to be a whole stream about everything but fish keeping. But we've also, we've done a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff happening next weekend. It's outrageous, all of the stuff that's going on here. And I guess to start I got to talk about what we do here every Thursday. Wow. I had this whole plan. Everything was going to be great. And then as soon as we click live, everything just falls apart. So if this is your first time joining us, if you saw the thumbnail and you said, oh my goodness, they're giving away all of this stuff, we got to watch. If this is your first time joining us, we do this every single Thursday night, both of us, unless there is some type of situation where it's only one of us, then you're stuck with me. But we do this every single Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We have a lot of fun. We talk about what's going on in the fish keeping world. We talk about what's going on in our fish keeping world. And then we usually have a main topic that is something that we can go 15, 20 minutes on or whatever. I don't think we're going to have that today because of all of the other stuff that's happening. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I think this is going to be one of those, we'll see where the show goes. That's kind of how it's going to be tonight.
Well, first, I have to say thank you to Miss Grumps for a super chat.
Yep.
She sent in a super chat at like 6 o'clock.
An hour before the show even started.
No,
or was it 6 o'clock?
It was like 3 hours ago.
It was 6:16. Yep, you're right.
For $50. And I just wanted to say thank you very much, Miss Grumps.
That's big money. And it's unfortunate because when someone super chats that much money, the little oval usually stays up there for a long time. Yeah. But she did it 3 hours before the show starts, so nobody even got to see it. So, yes, definitely. She is one of the multiple people that we're going to be thanking here tonight because there's been so much that's happened to thank people for, and you should be thanking them too. First thing, I was going to talk about Dane Cook, but I'm going to save that for John's World because that's not anything to do with fish keeping. I've got something that you haven't seen yet.
Me?
You haven't. And this is a lot of fun. This just happened a few hours ago. Dan Lusky, who I'm sure is in here because he wants to know if if I'm going to do this. I didn't ask him if I could do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Are
because
you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
No.
Last week, we talked about fish keeping fantasies.
Are you talking about that?
That's not the only one, though. There's like a whole catalog of them.
John, you think I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. So you do know what we're talking about here. So we talked about fish keeping, my fish keeping fantasy, and I talked about how I would set up a building that has a woodworking shop in it so that I can build custom aquarium furniture. We would have a fish store, and we would have a rescue. We would do all of that, and it would also incorporate a what else? Oh, a studio, something like this that we have going on here. Well, Dan Lusky took it upon himself to, these are big images. My goodness. Sorry. He took it upon himself to get on his computer and get on SketchUp and make some renderings of my fantasy. Now, that would sound really weird on another type of podcast, but he sent me this one first, and I was like, Well, that's cool. You know, that's neat. It's a building. It's got 3 separate entrances for the 3 different things that we'd be doing.
Awesome.
That's cool. But then the real fun began. I'm going to put that over here. He also did, is he in here? I haven't seen him yet.
He's in here.
Okay. He also did, let me see the next one to show here. This one isn't as big. He did a rendering of the layout of the interior. And let me tell you something. This is almost like exactly what I would do. I mean, this is like,
It's awesome.
it's perfect because this fantasy does not involve being open to the public. So the store doesn't have to be up at the front. We got the front area is the studio area and it is a retail area, but and then you've got more studio. Then you've got like 1 million aquariums there for the store in the middle. And then you get to the back where there's all these ponds and there's a his and her bathroom. I mean, that's what I'm talking about here, folks. You got the rescue, you got the store, you got see, I said it wrong. The front area all the way to the right of the photo, that's my wood shop.
Oh, yep.
And then the center is the fish store area along with the studio. And then to the left of the picture is the rescue, which is just incredible. Now, I don't want to show all these pictures because we would be here all night. Apologies, Dan. I know you worked hard on these, but I can't do a whole live stream about all of these. But there are some really neat little details that he did that I don't know if you noticed or not. This is the one. So this is John's desk here.
Oh, that's my favorite part because it has 2 pictures of me on it.
He even I don't know where he got these from. He even put a photo of Lisa on the desk, a photo of both of us on the wall. Kenzie's drawing on the wall.
Yeah, that's great.
The Tank Talk logo is on the other side of the window. I mean, come on now.
So
Does this guy know us or what? Let me see. There's another one, and that's a really cool little aquarium there sitting on the desk too. There's another one that was really neat. There's one of the wood shop, which was really cool, but here's another one. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. I did that wrong. There's this one, which has the KG Tropicals logo in the back, which is neat. And then the 2, this is like the studio, I guess. So we've got the screen behind the chairs, which is like a huge smart TV, which we could do anything on that. And then it's got the KG Tropicals logo, the tanks in the shape of an L there, like we've got them here. Very cool. I'm going to run out of space here. Let me go ahead and just start taking these off. But there was another one where he incorporated Sam Scales art. And here it is. Here's one. This would be behind the other wall. This is the other wall that has the Sam Scales photos. So what this guy had to do was watch some of my old live streams, screenshot the little photos in the background, and then put them on here. It's unbelievable. Or he came into our house when we didn't know, and he took pictures of all of these things, and just absolutely incredible. Dan, you worked hard on this, and I don't know what we've done to deserve that. That is really cool, very thoughtful, and I told him, I said, you're hired. If this fantasy ever comes true, we will buy these drawings because this is what we will use to set up our space. Because that is, I mean, to a T, exactly what I would do. I mean, it's precisely what I would do. A building that serves 4 purposes. I'm not going to talk about it again all throughout this whole stream because we got so much more to talk about, but that's exactly what I would do. So very, very cool, Dan. You must have spent like all day doing that. And, Sam sent you the pictures. Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes it a whole lot easier.
Sam?
Sam Scales.
Oh, I was like,
The one that
Sam
drew the pictures.
Proper?
Yeah, he had my nephew break into the house, take photos, and send them to him. No, that is very cool. And you know what? That's a skill right there because I used to work with software like that to design furniture and stuff like that and cabinetry for people when I had a cabinet shop. And I know that stuff takes time. And I know you spent a lot of time on that. And that's just so cool. What did we do to deserve this kind of stuff? I certainly don't know what we've done, but we're doing something, I guess. So 283 people. That's surprising. I figured there'd be a lot more people here wanting free stuff. But hey, You know, if you're the lucky ones that are here, you're 280, one of the 281, you get to hear what's involved in this giveaway. So it's less people that know. Because let's face it, who watches the replays? Not many people. So the next thing on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen, is the next thing to talk about that I don't know why this kind of stuff happens. It really baffles my mind. People do things for no reason whatsoever other than to just be nice. And there's no other explanation for it. I don't know what we've done to deserve this kind of treatment. It's not really for us, but then again, it is, because next week's live stream is probably going to have more people on it than has ever been because of what we're about to talk about. So it does benefit us just as much as it does the viewers, and it involves what you saw on the thumbnail, what you saw Lisa carrying, which was so heavy.
It was heavy.
We had...
Talk about how surprised I was when I went to the post office and they stuck it up on the counter, and I was like,
Yeah, that's, I was surprised when I had to carry it out of the truck, of course, and bring it in the house, but very, very surprised. So here's the story. Here's how it happened. You see him in the chat. I know he's here because I've seen him already tonight. Kilted Python 223. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants me to say his name. And where is he? I know he's in here. He better be in here.
I saw him.
I'm scrolling way up and I don't see him, but he better be in here, or else, he's going to regret not being in here. So he, Kilted Python 223, there he is. Out of nowhere, emails me a few weeks ago. And he says, Brandon Bosick, thank you so much because we are awesome. No, we're not. We're just people. That's all we are. That's very, very cool of you. Thank you for that. He says, I want to send you some stuff to give away on your live stream. And I don't know this guy, never met this guy. Like, I so offended Candy Overhauls last week, which I still regret.
Okay,
he could walk in this room right now, wouldn't know it was him. I mean, I've never met him. I didn't know his name until I got an email from him. And he says, I want to send you this stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. If you want to do that, I'm not going to tell you no. And he starts kind of listing off all of these things. And I'm like, why would somebody do this? Again, I'm not going to say no, but why would this is some expensive stuff. Why would somebody send this to us to give away? And he explains he wants to help out. He wants to help someone who's setting up a new tank, or the best case scenario, of course, there'd be no way we could set this giveaway up for that, would be a new fish keeper that's setting up a tank for the first time. He wants to be able to help them to provide the right stuff to do it right. And I said, well, hey, you know what? Whatever you want to do, you got my blessing. That's fine by me. A couple of weeks goes by. Nothing shows up. I'm not losing sleep over it. But it took him a little time to order all of this stuff, get it all to his house, and then email it to us. Or no, he didn't email it. He sent it. And he is also a truck driver for profession. The amount of stuff he sent, he must be driving a truck for Donald Trump or something, because good Lord. I mean, the guy's got some money in his pocket. Not much anymore because of all of this. But so being a truck driver, his hours are out of control, kind of like mine. And so that's understandable. But anyway, he sends me a tracking number the other day. It shows up yesterday. I opened the box and I said, whoa. Like, wow. Is this really happening? Like, I would be happy to get this for me. Don't do that. Don't buy me this Kilted Python. Don't you dare do that. I've got plenty. I don't need anything. But
no, that's awesome.
If I was to win that, I would be like, oh my God, I'm the luckiest guy alive.
All you need is a tank.
Right.
And water.
Everything else, and lids, and whatever you want to decorate it with. But everything else, we got you covered here, or Kilted Python has you covered. So let's talk about what is in this, and then how you can win it. First of all, I want to go through, there's 3 prizes here. I do have these listed in the description of this video. If you didn't read through that, who looks at the descriptions? It always surprises me when I put something in the description and then people actually comment. Like I've had people comment, you spelled this word wrong in the description. I'm like, really? When I list 10 things, I had somebody email, it might have even been Rack. Somebody messaged me and said, hey, you put number 8 in there twice. I'm like, who's even looking at the descriptions?
Yeah,
but
just
anyway,
watch the video.
it is down there. The first prize, or the third place prize, is going to be a $50 gift card to PetSmart. Don't get me started on PetSmart, y'all. Don't do that. Just don't. We all know that no matter what you feel about the animals that they sell in that store, you know, you go there to buy food and you go there to buy Prime and filter cartridges and all of that stuff. So you can buy $50 worth of it on Kilted Python. Thank you so much to the Fish Tank Barn giving us money and saying hit the like button. That's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
This giveaway is in fact not sponsored by PetSmart. You think we ought to talk about the Petco video that we're going to do? We're going to do another Petco video. You think we ought to talk about that?
Not during this.
Not during this, but later on.
Sure.
The second place winner. I mean, this is a huge second place prize.
Yeah.
The second place winner is going to get a $100 gift card to PetSmart. You know how much food and Prime and Fritz product, do they sell Fritz products? I don't think they do. Trying to help Fritz out. All of the stuff you buy at Petco. Got it all right there. Think about it. The $50 gift card will buy you what? I can't math today. What is that? 10, 20 5-gallon tanks when it's $1 a gallon sale. No. What? What am I saying?
Know.
I don't know. Who cares? It's too late and I can't math on Thursdays.
Can I win?
But yeah. How am I doing that so wrong? 2. So no, it would be 10. You could buy 10. I'm 45. I forgot how to math. 10 5-gallon tanks and set up you a nice little beta wall. And you could do it all for free when they're doing the $1 a gallon sale, except this is PetSmart, not Petco. So I don't even know what I'm talking about here. You can buy a lot of stuff for $100 at Petco. PetSmart. Damn it. Now,
It's only U.S. though, correct?
it is, and it says that in the description. Did somebody ask that?
Yeah, but I just wanted to
Yeah,
answer.
this is only going to be able to be won by people in the U.S., and I'm sorry about that, but I can't send something like this to,
But what about the
India
gift
or-
cards? Can't you?
I don't know.
I think you can.
But it's not fair to say, hey, anybody can win second and third, but only, I don't want to do that. So yeah, it's all, the whole giveaway is going to be strictly for people that live in the U.S. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. But let's get to what the first place prize is, and then we will talk about it. And this is the big one, folks. I mean, a $100 gift card to PetSmart would be plenty as a first place prize. And I actually debated, should I message him and say, what do you think about doing 2 separate giveaways? One will just be the gift cards. First place is $100. But he said no, or he didn't say that. I said, no, I'm not going to message him. I'm going to do exactly what he asked me to do, and this is what he asked me to do. So, first place winner on next week's live stream is going to win. This is just the beginning, folks.
So exciting. I would love to have that.
We actually need this right now. So this might not be included in the giveaway.
hope
This
I
might
win.
disappear by accident. But a 50 to 160 U.S. gallon Fluval air pump. I have never, I'm a Fluval fanboy. Everybody knows that. I've never used one of their air pumps. I'd like to, but I won't. It looks very nice. The dogs, I don't know what their problem is, but this actually looks like a very, very nice air pump. Has adjustable airflow on it, which I think is awesome because I've had it so many times where you have a big pump, you want to hook it up to one little filter in a small tank, but it's too big. You can turn this one down, be good to go.
Shoot, I remember having to take the hose and tighten a knot.
Exactly.
And,
On top of that, you do get the bubble wall air stone, which everybody loves these. If you're setting up your first aquarium, you're going to get one of these. Of course you
that
are.
is so awesome.
They
I
are
like it
absolutely
too.
adorable with the air tubing. I mean, all 3. Again, this would be an amazing first
Yep.
place. I mean, just this
Absolutely.
would
It
be
would be.
incredible. But that's not all. We didn't buy any of this, folks. Please understand. And Fluval didn't send it to us. This was sent to us by a subscriber. The next thing, Kilted Python 223, thank you. A 300 watt Fluval heater. Now, everybody knows if I'm going to go buy a computer, it's going to be an Apple. If I'm going to go buy a heater, it's going to be a Fluval. I mean, that's just the way I do it.
It's the winter time. Nobody could go wrong having an extra heater, even if you already have one.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, even if you are someone who's not setting up your first aquarium, which I sure do wish we could have this be someone's first setup, and all they got to do is go buy a 75-gallon tank, and they've got everything that they need. But anyway, there's no way we could do that. 300 watt heater. This thing is a powerhouse. I use these. I've got 2 of these. This exact heater, I've got in here 2 of them that heat this tank beautifully. And then I've got 2 of the 400 watt. I think they're Aquariums, because I don't know that Fluval makes a 400 watt heater, but 300 watts, that's big. You can put that on a 75-gallon, no problem. And then I don't know like what his idea was as far as what size tank all of this would go on, but that's enough. The filter, you put it anywhere. Then we have, I guess this is 24 inches. It doesn't really say anywhere, but you know, I mean, that's 24 inches, right? 24-inch Marineland LED light. It's 21 inches. Says it right there, clear as day. 21 inches, but this isn't, it's an LED. It'll probably light up it would easily light up a 29-gallon, 20-gallon. If you get to a 4-foot tank, you'd probably run into the situation that I have on that tank where lights it really good, but it's lacking a little bit. But this is awesome. Marineland makes great products. Everybody knows that. Yeah, this is part of it too. An amazing 21-inch LED light. Again, if this was all that it was, first place, you'd be happy with that. And then the last one.
Watch your back.
The one that's like, really? Like, this was sent to you by a subscriber? Like, you could look at these other things and you could say, maybe this guy had these as like extras sitting around the fish room. He's a guy that likes to keep extra heaters and extra LEDs and stuff, pumps. But this is the real deal. And I don't even know why I have to pick it up here and show you. It is a brand new in the box, still sealed with the little lock seal, Fluval FX4. You got to be kidding me. You look at that discus tank right behind Marie's right shoulder, on her right, your left.
Right there.
That is an FX4. Point to the filter. That is a Fluval FX4
Right there.
on that tank right there. 125-gallon tank. It is. I've never had any problems in that tank. I am a humongous fan of canister filters. Ever since Joey did a video talking bad about canister filters, everybody's been poo-pooing canister filters lately. There's been all of these videos. Oh, canister filters this, canister filters that. I love canister filters. I've got 2 of those. I've got 2 sumps. No, I've got 4 canister filters, 2 sumps, 1 million hang on the backs. I've got them all, and I like them all. They're all very good. They all have their own pros and cons. If you're going to get a canister filter, this is absolutely, nobody can even debate, one of the best on the market. I mean, hands down. It's the Fluval FX series. Come on. It's been around forever. You know this is a great product. You know you can put that onto a tank up to 125 gallons, and you'll be
Now
good to
they're
go.
really going to be surprised when they see the tank.
Oh, no, there's what? Why are you doing that?
Just kidding.
No, see, yeah, that's the bummer in this whole thing is you're going to have to supply your own aquarium. But come on. You know what I think this is perfect for? This is perfect for either the beginner fish keeper, because I am a believer in, nano tanks are great to start out with, but bigger tanks are easier to keep. We all know that.
Yeah, they really are.
You have more algae to scrape off the glass, and your water changes are more gallons, but they're easy to not fail with.
Right.
So starting off with something like a 55 or a 75 and putting that bad boy on it, good Lord Almighty, you will be in
Awesome.
good shape, and you get it for free. Or what I would also love there's a fish keeper that started up like a year ago, and he's got a 75. with a like emperor on the back or something. And he's like, I'd really like to upgrade that. And he's or she is the one that wins that. That would be amazing.
Yep.
But we don't have any control over who wins and who doesn't. Because, it's not like we can pull up the random comment picker and say, no, we don't like that guy. We can't do that. Plus, there's nobody that I wouldn't want to win anyway. But we can't set the rules like that. I mean, if we're going to do a giveaway online on a live stream, there's only one way I know of to do it. Well, there's a couple of ways. We could do a fun, like, match game type thing like Scott and Liz does, which you really can't cheat at that either. Or we could do it the way I'm going to do it. And that is after I thank Chad Krotz. Jolly good show, Kilted. Way to give back to the community. Yeah, I'm going to get into that a little bit more in a second. But also thank you to, where did he go? To Love My Wet Pets, Michael McShane. That guy has been around for a long time. A dear friend to KG Tropicals. Became a member during this live stream. That is incredible. Hopefully he saw the post that I accidentally put on the community page as public today with your members only video on it today.
Oh, yes.
Maybe that's why he signed up as a member. But welcome to the team, Michael McShane. Glad to have you. And Charlotte Jackson with the $2 super chat and no text attached at all. Just here you go. Wow, they're all coming in now. Grease the Palm Fund, $2 from Brian P. Thank you very much.
Thank
Tropical
you.
Gems, the Canada $20, which I think is actually more than $20 in the U.S., isn't it? This should be for Kilted Python. He is the king today.
Absolutely. It
Could
should
not
be.
agree more.
Yep.
Allie Patton then follows it up with another $20 super chat. You're going to see those orange ovals up there for a while. Kilted Python 223, you're awesome. Thank you for showing the love to the KG Tropicals fam. Yeah, it's not just
Thank
the KG
you,
Tropicals fam. This is to fish keepers. I mean, this is a really big deal because, folks, it would make sense if I sent a package like this to Scott and Liz. Speaking of, King and Queen Cichlid says, $10 fee for being tardy to the feed. Love you guys. Yeah, how dare you? I'm offended. If I was to send a package like this to Scott and Liz in Pennsylvania, hey, give this away on your live stream, there would be people, and I would understand it, that would look at that and say, well, John's just doing that to get publicity, to drive people to his channel. Or if Scott sent us stuff, people could look at that and say, yeah, he's just trying to drum up attention for himself. And whether he is or not, people would think that. Not everybody, but there would be people that would feel that way. That's not what's happening here at all.
I wouldn't even think that because it just didn't enter my mind. So sorry to
Maybe I'm
burst
just
your
too
bubble. I'm sorry.
I'm just too cynical for my own good. I don't know, but I just have this feeling that a lot of people would feel that way, and that is not at all what's happening here. This is a guy that genuinely wants to just give back to the community, and he said, you know what? An easy way I could give back to the community is to go on a larger channel and say, here's some stuff for you all to give away. That's absolutely amazing. I wouldn't have thought to do that. I mean, that shows how good of a person he
Yes.
is and how bad of a person I am.
You have to think about it. He has to pay shipping. Shipping's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap at all.
So to have it shipped here, it costs money out of his pocket. I mean, it's very generous.
Not to mention, everybody's going to be like, John, haven't you seen people are dying all over the world from vaping? Why are you vaping? They're not dying from vaping. Anyway, don't get me started. Kaler's Aquatics, again, because he doesn't throw enough money at us already, says, orange is a great color. More orange. He wanted to get that orange oval up there. Lots of
Thank
orange
you.
ovals
There's
up
a
on
lot
top
of
of the
orange.
screen. Thank you so much for that, Bob. So, yeah, this is somebody genuinely just wanting to do a good thing.
Yep.
And that is so refreshing. That is such a beautiful thing because when you look around YouTube, most of what happens on YouTube is very calculated. I mean, let's be realistic here. It's, hey, how do I get more subscribers? How do I get more views? That's not happening here. At least I don't think it is because I don't think he has any desire to grow a channel at all. Maybe he does, and I'm completely spacing out, but he certainly hasn't said anything to me about that. He never even said, please mention my name. He just said, give this stuff away.
Yep.
I want to give back to the community. Never said anything about anything that he wants in return. And you got to love that. You got to respect that. There are not very many people out there right now that are willing to do that kind of a thing. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I had a rough week this week. And it makes me so happy to be able to do this and to know not only to be able to do this and make somebody on the other end super happy, but also to just know that there's someone out there that is willing to do this kind of thing. Because I'm willing to bet he's a working stiff just like me. He's not some super rich, unless he owns the trucking company he drives for. He's probably not some uber wealthy guy, because if he is, why would he be on YouTube watching us? He's just a guy, and he wanted to give back, and that really does mean a lot to me. So how are you going to win this amazing, amazing package? And if anybody watching this would not describe this package of prizes as absolutely incredible, probably one of the better giveaways that's ever been done in the fish keeping community, I don't know. I mean, Joey's trip to Dallas was pretty special. What else has there been that's been bigger than this? And this isn't even our thing. This was set up by somebody else. Probably one of the biggest giveaways that's ever been done. If you want to win, it's very simple. If you've been following us for a long time, you know I have to be interrupted by a $50 super chat from Mark Hill that just doesn't think he gives us enough money already. I have something to look forward to Thursday nights. Learn so much from y'all. See you in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be there. That's awesome.
Oh,
I can't wait for that.
I can't wait to meet people. I really can't. It's going to be
Mark
so
Hill,
awesome.
you're going to get a bro hug, my friend, because, I mean, come on now. Yeah, anyway, that got weird. But
I'll take a picture.
I'm going to have to see his ID first, because some weirdo could walk up, I'm Mark Hill, because he wants a man hug. Yeah, anyway. I mean, I went to a fish store today. A guy approached me while I was walking in. He's like, no way, John, hey, I'm a subscriber. I mean, I can't go anywhere anymore. Yeah. Huh. I went there to get your stuff. Anyway.
Because I have somebody who delivers stuff for me to the fish room. It's the best.
Yep, his name's John. How are you going to win this? It's very simple. This video.
Eric Furlow, thank you for the $2 super chat. Another great Thursday night stream. Thank you.
There's no better compliment than that. That's a beautiful thing. And Q Aquatics just said a man hug, ha, ha, ha. Q Aquatics also just became a member, and we forgot to thank her. I wanted to be sure to do that. She became a member to a couple of channels this week, and that's very nice. Something that definitely brightened my week, because it's been a rough week. We won't get into it.
I can't wait to see Susie at the aquatic experience. It's going to be awesome.
People are like, come on! How do you win these amazing prizes? You don't have to answer any trivia questions. You don't have to fill out a survey that gets you, all you have to do is be a subscriber to this channel. And Kilted Python, if you are someone who is trying to pursue growing a YouTube channel, if you want being subscribed to you to be part of the rules too, you just put it down in there. Just say yes or no, and nobody's going to look down on you for it. You paid a lot of money to provide this giveaway to the people. If that's what you want, I'm all in. You just let me know. I'll make that part of the rules. But until I hear that from him, you have to be a subscriber to this channel that you're watching right now, which you probably already are. But if you're watching this on replay, you have to be subscribed to this channel, and I will check. You have to have it public. Some people don't have it public. They don't want people to know all the weird channels that they're subscribed to. If you are picked and I go to your channel and you don't have that visible to the public and I can't verify that you're a subscriber, I can't do it. I have to follow the rules.
I'm not a YouTuber.
Okay. See that, folks? No interest. He just wants to do something for the community. That's an amazing thing.
Yep.
Go to this video after it uploads as a regular video. I know you all know this. After a live stream is done, we usually go for almost 2 hours. So it takes an hour or so for YouTube to process the whole thing and then put it back up. But they put it back up as a regular video that you can watch over and over and over again. Please do. Go to that video and comment anything you want. I thought about doing something fun, like comment, John is bald. Because the thing is, that's the way I've done it in the past, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say Johnny's
They're going to
bald
say
now.
that now. It's going to be funny.
But I've done that because I kind of want it to be someone who's specifically trying to win. Mm-hmm. If somebody goes to the video and they like the video and they're like, oh, let me ask a question, they have no idea that this giveaway is even happening. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a shame if they win. But anyway, who cares? Put a comment in the comment section of this video when it is a replay. Don't do it right now. You can chat all you want, but these are not entries. It has to be on the video, because here's what's going to happen. Next week, I don't know if I'm going to do this live or not, because it's kind of a weird thing. I'm going to go to the website randomcommentpicker.com, and I'm going to put in the URL for that video, and I'm going to select pick comment. And if that person that it selects, not me, but it selects, is a subscriber to this channel, they're going to be the winner. And then I'm going to do it again for second place, and then I'm going to do it for third place. As long as all three are subscribers to this channel and they live in the United States, we're good. Now, there has been Eric Fudge. It is Fudge. Welcome to the team, my friend. There's
I'm
someone.
going to put gimme.
There's someone that won. That's perfect.
I like that.
Someone won one of the giveaways that I did. It was for the Zis filter, which we're going to be giving some of those away to members. We'll talk about that. Don't worry. Someone won one of our contests or giveaways, and they did not live in the United States. They lived in Canada somewhere, Toronto, or I don't know. But this person had a relative that lived in Michigan, like on the border of Canada. He's like, if you can send it to her, my sister, I think, then I'll have her send it to me. Like, that's fine. So if that's the case, if you are someone that lives in Dubai, and why do I keep talking about Dubai? It's because I just desperately want one of the sheikhs to send me money. But I went to the Apple store yesterday. You want to talk about getting depressed? Good Lord, I need that Dubai money. But if you live outside of the United States and you have someone here that is your go-to person that can ship you stuff, I'll ship it to that person, but it's on you to take it from there. I don't really like doing that, but if that's how it works out, that's
John
fine.
is not sneaking over the border, you guys. He's
I'm not
going
going to do it. I mean, it's as much as I would love to go to Canada or go to, what's in Canada other than Peter McKinnon and Joey? I don't know. I love Canada. I love our northern neighbors, but I don't know what I would go up there to see. But anyway, Friday Fish Facts. There you go. We'd go see him. But
I'd love to go to Canada.
I mean, not when it's cold. It gets cold up there.
You know what I heard that I thought was very interesting, and I'm not sure if it's all over Canada or just certain parts of it, but along the roads they have like walls up, or not walls, like help me out here, like
barriers?
Something, it's like barriers up so that wildlife doesn't come through and go in the roads. You know how much that would make my life less stressful here?
we live in the country, and it's all day, every day you drive around and you see the deer and the deer babies, which really breaks my heart, and squirrels and skunks and possum. And
I drive so slow,
foxes.
People go around me, because that's my biggest fear, is having an animal run out in front of me or not being able to stop quick enough, seeing it ahead and not being able to stop quick enough. So I get really bad anxiety worrying about hitting an animal or seeing one hit. Ugh.
Eric Furlow. Bob and Doug McKenzie. That's a great point. We could definitely go and visit Bob and Doug McKenzie. Take off, you hoser. Eric Furlow said, I went truck shopping yesterday. Talk about a kick in the you-know-what, brother. I know. There's a reason why I drive a 2008 that's been paid for 3 years, because I'm a Dodge Ram guy. I always have been. I will not get another vehicle until I can afford one brand new off the lot. And we're talking like $60,000, because I'm old and I got to do it right. So yeah, I feel you. It's going to be a long time before I do that. Matt Branham, I hope I'm saying your name right, also decided to join the KG Tropicals team. Welcome, my friend. Go watch the video that we just put up today, which is only for members. you have access to that video now. Everyone that's become members today has access to that video now. So go check that out. It's all about the tank that you see behind Marie right there. And then we have another one that pops right up. Fish Room Fever. I almost said forever. You go watch that video too. Welcome to the team. We're going to have a lot of fun. We met by way of video conference yesterday with YouTube about channel memberships, and it was awesome. You know, Corey's been talking about how he gets meetings with them. Well, yeah, we finally got them too, and it's awesome. Got the email last week. They wanted to set it up, and we did it this week, and it was a lot of fun. We learned a lot of stuff. There are a lot of things coming that are going to make channel memberships easier for us to give channel members more. So very excited about that, including we've been included in the beta for members only live streams, which is awesome. I, of course, haven't tested it yet, but it is where it can be a live stream that is exclusive to members, and it's not sending the unlisted link and all of that garbage. It's just straight up click a button. Here we go. We're going out to all members. So very cool. And yep, that's what's happening there. So
the Zen Ginger, I'm reading your comment, and do you have our email, thekgtropicals@gmail.com?
yes, I've been emailing with her, or I sent a couple.
Oh, okay.
Is it a discus question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was gonna just go back and forth with you through email. Might be a little easier and give you a few suggestions.
Yep. And as we're talking, we should just talk about members for the whole stream. Now people would get so mad at us. 2 more popped through. Mike Dubell, I hope I'm saying your name right, and Crockett Princess. That's cool. I like that.
It's
I
crochet.
Sorry. Not only can I not math on Thursdays, I cannot English on Thursdays either. But crochet, that's not an English word. That who knows? But so
People
crochet,
all
princess.
the time.
Sorry, I grew up watching Miami Vice, and I'm pretty sure that's how they spelled Sonny Crockett in that show.
No, it's Crocket.
You didn't watch an episode of Miami Vice, so don't even try it.
That guy was cute.
That guy, Don Johnson.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know that
Back
guy's
then,
name.
he
She
was
doesn't
cute.
even know that he's going to be in a new series on HBO.
I don't want to look at him now.
He's a good-looking old man too. I mean, it's Don Johnson. Come on. But anyway, so yeah, cool things are going to be happening with members. It's starting this Sunday. You and I didn't even talk about
I'm
it.
just reading the comments, all the LOLs, because you said
Crockett.
Crotchet, whatever you said.
Bob's got it right. Talking is so hard. It is. You know what? Anyone that is in this chat right now that is laughing at me, shame on you, first of all. That's very rude and very mean.
Funny.
And second of all, you do this. You do this in front of, how many people do we have? We probably lost them all, because 381 is what this is telling me. You talk in front of 381 people.
I laugh at you all the time, and nobody's watching.
You say Crockett too, and you feel just as dumb as I do. Anyway, this Sunday, I didn't talk to you about this. I'm doing it regardless of what you do. This Sunday, we're going to be doing a members only live stream. I will put out a post exclusively to members, probably tomorrow, saying, hey, do a poll, see what time is going to work for everybody, and we'll go to whichever one gets the most votes. And Michael Thornley, I'm going to make sure I say it right, Michael Thornley Wildlife Foundation.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Decided to become a member, so he'll probably be a part of the members only live stream that happens on Sunday. That will be very cool. So yeah, that's coming out. We haven't talked about that, but yeah. We will talk during that live stream about some exciting things that we are thinking about doing for channel members. If you are someone that's watching this that has no interest in becoming a channel member and all that, I get it. I understand. We're not mad at you. Nothing is changing with KG Tropicals, the YouTube channel. Everything stays the same. Everything that you expect from us is not going to change. This is extra stuff. So if you don't want to be a part of that, I get it. I'm not mad at you. That's fine. Manuel Pineda.
That sounds all right.
And I hope it's not.
Just go
It's
with
Pineda.
it.
Yep.
Just go with it.
Welcome to you, my friend. This is getting out of control with all these green ovals that are
Yay.
popping up. It's a beautiful thing. We are really excited about the Steve White. I mean, welcome.
Yay.
We'll just keep reading names off as long as it keeps happening. She got me fired up yesterday about channel memberships, which I've always been fired up about it. She got me fired up yesterday, and we got a lot of ideas of things that we want to do. Bottom line, folks, I'm not trying to cry the blues or get any kind of sympathy or anything. Why would you have sympathy for me? I get asked all the time, are you ever going to go full-time as a YouTuber? I was asked within the last week, I had somebody ask me that. And my answer is no, because I don't have that other thing. That thing. Corey has Aquarium Co-op. Dustin has Dustin's Fish Tanks. Everybody's got something. Rachel has Miss Jinxed. Go check out all of those websites. Everybody has something else that they can fall back on if YouTube goes crazy. And YouTube's gone a little crazy this week. We're going to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just things like that that scare me to rely on YouTube AdSense revenue. So the channel memberships are a thing that is getting us closer and closer to getting there. I don't know that the goal is full-time. Our goal is to continue having fun with this. We're having a lot of fun with it. I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm so exhausted. My eye is twitching, but I love it. I become re-energized when we turn these silly little webcams on. I absolutely love it. So I want it to stay that way. I don't ever want it to become a job. But if we're ever going to be in a position to question whether or not I should continue working my other job, channel memberships are probably going to be the thing that does that.
I just want it to be fun and helpful to other people, because when you lose that desire, it's not fun anymore. It becomes a chore, a job, and just not fun anymore. So I like it like this, and we'll just keep going with the flow and see where it takes us.
But she's not the one going out flipping furniture around for 70 hours a week either. So you work hard, but you know what I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead and let you
take care of all the fish tanks.
Except these two. I'm going to let you go ahead
I work
and
from home, by the way.
welcome the two newest members, and let's see how that goes.
Oh, okay, I can do it. Okay, welcome, and okay,
Yep,
I'm gonna try
see?
it. Welcome.
Not easy, is it?
Shut up. Welcome, Anjanette Robleski. I'm sorry.
See? Now everybody that was laughing at me, now you see.
I'm gonna try
This
it
is
again.
hard.
Anjanette Robleski. I think I said it right.
Robluski?
But if I said it wrong, I'm sorry. Just tell me. I don't mean to be a horrible person.
Good Lord, there's two more.
Welcome, Angelfish Haven.
There's Dan Lusky.
Wonder
That
who
is the
that
one we
is.
were talking about earlier. Keep going.
Is there more? Ah,
Reggie Jackson's with us tonight.
Tropical Gems with a $2 super chat. John and Lisa in Hollywood. Well, I've been to Hollywood without John, and it wasn't on video. So anyway, new member, welcome, Mr. 3000. Now that sounds like
It's Reggie Jackson's nickname, isn't it? I know he was Mr. October, but wasn't he also Mr. 3000? Maybe Mr. 3000 will answer that for us.
Robleski. That makes more sense.
Robleski. Okay, we were both wrong.
Okay, I like that.
But
did
now
I say
we know.
Anjanette? Did I say Anjanette right? I hope so, because I like that. It's really pretty.
Channel members too. Let me just say this. If any of you all are interested in becoming a moderator for these streams, comment in the video or on the community post from Lisa's video today and let me know. Because it's too involved to do that right here. So anyway, okay. So we got a couple of things to talk about that are definitely fish keeping. They could be fish keeping related. Now that all the fun is over, I'm still sitting here looking at this stuff like, I can't believe we're giving this away. I mean, we could put this on so many tanks in here. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, new member, welcome, Rocklin Calais. Did I say that right? I hope so, because that sounds pretty cool to me.
I would say Kalai.
Calais,
Just
cool.
because-
Calais. I like it. Either way, it's a cool name.
Mr. 3000 Hits puts you in the Hall of Fame. Well, yeah, but that's Reggie Jackson, right? Mr. 3000, isn't that right?
Kalai. Okay. I like that.
Okay.
Awesome.
So a couple of things happened this week that, and please, members, just keep joining. It's fine. We'll interrupt the show to Bernie Mac. That was the movie. Was that just a movie? I thought, anyway. Maybe I'm just getting Mr. October confused with Mr. 3000. But it's been a couple of things that have happened in YouTube over the last couple of weeks. And a couple of them were just today. One of them, I don't even know if you read the email, but YouTube pissed me off pretty bad today, the day after they made me so happy with the channel memberships thing. But
there goes everything. We're just going to cut off right in the middle of the stream.
The first thing to talk about is this COPPA situation. Bob talked about it last week, I've received several messages about it. Like, is this going to end everything on YouTube? Are we going to stop making money in all of this? If you want my honest opinion, the answer is no. If you're not familiar with what this is, it is the Child's Online Privacy Protection Act. Or Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. That's what COPPA stands for. It is run by the FTC, I believe. Yeah, I think. Who cares? It's run by the government. And basically what they're doing is they have cracked down on YouTube collecting information on children. Because I'm sure you know this. Anybody, if you're watching this and you are not a YouTuber, you'll still get something out of this. When you watch a video, YouTube marks that and they say, okay, you just watched this video from KG Tropicals about guppies. You also might like to see a video from Aquarium Co-op on guppies. So they will recommend to you that video. That's how they do that. And so they also, I got to interrupt, Steve White with $4 decided becoming a member just wasn't enough. Cheryl Fenning, $3 for Rena the Fish Room Cat. Thank you to KG. That is awesome. And Arlona McGill, $9.99 super chat. Must be related to Mike McGill, the inventor of the McTwist in skateboarding. Anybody? Anyway.
Oh, Chris
And then
Gallagher.
Chris Gallagher comes through for the blood drive. Are we doing a blood drive? I don't know, but thank you. That's awesome.
You notice all the names that seem a little bit easier. John's like, oh, and thank you so much to Chris Gallagher.
Because you made fun of me for crochet. That's all that's going to happen here. So anyway, what the FTC, I believe it's the FTC, gave YouTube a $170 million fine for was doing that with kids. You've got a child watching a video. It's about Pokemon, and they're collecting that data from the child, and then they recommend other videos to that child. And sometimes there are videos that look like they're geared towards children, and they're titled and they're tagged in a way that makes them look like they're for children, but they're actually not. And the child ends up getting recommended to see that video. They watch it, and then, oh, there's a guy getting his head chopped off. That's what they're trying to avoid. Not only that, they don't like YouTube collecting information on children. So that's what COPPA is. And this 85% reduction in YouTube AdSense revenue is the number that keeps being put out. Go ahead.
New member, welcome, Larry Cottrell.
That's not the dentist here in KG, is it? He's not Larry. Are you a dentist, Larry? Because I need some help, brother. But anyway, they want to stop that from happening. January 1st, content that is geared towards children is going to be highly regulated. And there's going to be only certain ads for it. They are not going to collect information from accounts that are labeled or set up as 13 or younger. They're going to not be able to track information on that. Let's face it, when 13-year-olds set up an account, they say they're over 18. But
I'm just curious. The person, in my opinion, who should be in charge of the YouTube that the child watches is the person that pays for the data plan for the telephone or iPad or whatever it is. they're the ones that have control over what a child should be able to watch. So,
Tell me the name of one video CJ's watched today.
huh?
Tell me the name of one video that CJ has watched today.
He probably didn't watch any today.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I completely agree with you, but that is hard.
I
It's
do-
difficult to do.
And I totally get that, but CJ will be 16 next month, and it's a
Probably
little
watches
different.
a lot of weird videos
I
on
mean,
YouTube.
he watches a lot of gamer stuff. I get that, but I'm talking about small children
No, I get it.
that have access to anything they want.
And
That's
you're
all I'm
absolutely
saying.
right. And you mentioned gamers. I think gamers are going to get hit the hardest because so much of their content is, they're usually adults making content that really is geared towards kids. So I think they're going to probably get hit pretty hard. The reason why I'm talking about this is I am the forever optimist. I mean, I just am. That's just the way I operate. I have to be that way. Otherwise, I'm going to be doom and gloom all day long. I
have a new
don't
member.
believe, I know, I'll get there. I don't believe this is.
Welcome, the Zen Ginger. Thank you.
We'll go ahead and thank Chris Gallagher too.
And Chris Gallagher, thank you for the $2 super chat, just because my wife freaked when you said my name.
Chris
That's pretty cool.
Gallagher, Chris Gallagher, Chris Gallagher.
Chris Gallagher.
Just said it 3 times. Because maybe his wife's like having a heart attack now. Who knows? But
That's so sad. Poor wife.
I do not think that this is something that is going to affect us in the YouTube community. You do have younger channels. There's that guy Challenge the Wild. I think he's like getting ready to start college, so he's not a kid anymore. There's Flynn. There's the new one, Caleb. There are young fish keeping channels, but even them, I don't think it's going to be an issue because even though it's a child, this is a predominantly adult hobby. As much as we want to say kids are, everybody starts in the hobby as kids. Yeah, that's true, but they're not watching videos about them. I know that there are some that are out there, but not very many. My audience, Matthew Holt, welcome to the team. That one was kind of far up there. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. And God, she did it again while we're sitting here streaming that cat.
Sorry.
And Tropical Gems with the $5. Lisa, it's the easy way for too many parents to keep kids quiet. Yeah, it's iPad parenting. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
I totally do get that. It's
And-
just there are restrictions. You can put restrictions on, the phones and the tablets and stuff. You just have to make sure they don't take yours or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, the kids are just as smart when it comes to these devices as we are. So you can put all the restrictions on there. They're going to find a workaround. Welcome to the team, Charlie7842. Very glad to have you on the team. This is exciting. It's happening tonight. It's a beautiful thing.
So,
Next week we should say we're not going to do the giveaway until we get 100 new members.
just
Joking.
want to go ahead and put it out there. He was referring to Rena, not me. I was just joking and going along with it.
Oh, yeah, and it's not a cat fart either. It's a cat poop. The litter box is about 10 feet away from us. I watched her do it, and it was not pleasant, and here we are now. But anyway, I don't see any of our content being directed towards children. Sure, there might be videos out there where it is like, hey, young person, this is how you set up an aquarium. Those might be out there, but they're not manipulating kids. They're not exploiting kids or anything like that. So I don't think that we're going to be all that affected. We might have a slight hit when it happens, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But that's my opinion, and I could be wrong. I haven't talked to the master of all YouTube yet, Corey McElroy. I haven't talked to him about it yet. He'll probably have a much more in-depth analytical approach to it than I would, just because I'm like, I don't have time to worry about that right now. I just got to move on. So I don't think it's going to be something that's going to absolutely kill us. But we had that. I'm sitting here touching my iMac screen trying to scroll because it's, a big touch screen. We also had, what? Was there something else to interrupt me for?
What? Because I'm giving you that look?
Well, you went like that.
Oh, I was just wondering, I kind of wasn't paying attention to you for a second. Wasn't sure if you welcomed the new member. Charlie7842.
Charlie7842. I did. You weren't paying attention. You're sitting 3 feet from me.
Sorry.
Another thing that happened this week that is that's interesting, and I don't know how much really anybody's going to be interested in this because it's not really fish keeping related, but then again, it kind of is. I was going to bed 2 nights ago, and I come out of the bathroom. I'm all ready, dressed. Don't be weird. And she's laying in bed, and you have this horrified look on your face. And she says, she's looking at her phone. She says, oh, what's going on? Now, we as YouTubers, we subscribe to apps like TubeBuddy. And I don't know.
Rack will completely understand where.
Yeah. Any YouTuber that's watching this knows exactly what I'm about to say. Whatever app you're on, I use TubeBuddy. And what TubeBuddy, Social Blade is the one I go on. Social Blade has an app. On that app, you can look at my analytics. You can see how many views we've gotten in the last month, how many subscribers we've gotten, blah, blah, blah. And it's actually a live subscriber count. Well, YouTube, I guess, got sick of other websites profiting off of their information. So YouTube decided, this is another one of those things YouTube did this week. They decided they are going to change up the way they display subscriber counts on channels. If you look at underneath us here, if you're watching this on desktop, you see it says KG Tropicals, 125K subscribers. That used to say the exact number. It would say 125, 396 or whatever it is.
I like those numbers.
But they cut it back to only it goes by how big your channel is. Like if you're at a certain level, they go per 100. When you're at a certain level, they go per 1,000. And I think we're at the per 1,000 level. So that is the information that YouTube switched up and started to send out to all of these apps. And so like George Farmer is a great example. On the app, it said George Farmer lost 8,000 subscribers. Or excuse me, 800 subscribers. Now, the reason why that happened is because he had 102,800. And then all of a sudden, YouTube changes it up and says, nope, he has 102,000. So to the app, it made it look like George lost 800 subscribers. And that's not the case. Nobody lost any subscribers those days. No need to panic. But she was panicking because she didn't know that this was happening. And she was like, Joey lost 4,000 subscribers.
I didn't know. I was like, what's it?
And then she's like, Rachel lost this and Dustin lost this.
Oh my gosh. I was like, what happened? I was so worried about people.
Yeah. I just said, hey, calm down. Mattman B just asked the best question, and I am so disappointed that I forgot to mention this before. Thank you, Mattman B. And you know what? Even though I'm saying it late, and I'm going to type it in the description late, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. If some idiot goes in there and comments on today's live stream, 1, and then comments 2, and then 3, and then 4, if you put in multiple comments, you're out. Mm-hmm. Understand that. And the website that I'm going to use will actually say that. It'll say this person has submitted multiple comments. So the reason why people would do that is because it increases their chances of winning. And yeah, everybody's a cheat. If you do that, you are out. So thank you, Mattman, for bringing that up. And thank you for the $5. Mr. B's Fishing Things, the guy that makes sure all YouTubers know what all other YouTubers are doing because John was ready. Go, John. That's right. Thank you for the $2.79 Canadian, which I don't know what that translates to in our money, but it doesn't matter because I'm grateful no matter what. So, COPPA thing, we don't have anything to worry about there. I don't think we do. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it until I have a reason to lose sleep. It doesn't happen until January 1st. I don't think it's going to be an issue. The subscriber counts, if you've been following along with apps and you saw that there was this huge subscribe apocalypse. No, it didn't happen. It's just the way YouTube's doing things. And then today, I got an email from YouTube. And this is why I put in the title of this video, what did I say? Or the things YouTube is doing. You won't believe this giveaway announcement or the things YouTube is doing. This makes me mad, folks. This is the first time YouTube has personally made me mad in a very long time. We had a meeting with a YouTube representative yesterday that was sitting in the YouTube offices, made me feel special. She knew our channel. She actually became a member of our channel after that, which I'm sure YouTube pays for, but thank you for that. She was awesome. I felt special, like, oh, we're big time now. We get to talk to reps at YouTube. And then today I get an email that says, guess what, KG Tropicals? Your channel is no longer eligible to be verified. Now, if you don't know what that is, if you don't know what verification on YouTube is, it's, if you look below us, you see that the name is KG Tropicals, and then there's a little gray check mark. It's kind of like the blue check mark on Twitter. That verifies that this is the actual KG Tropicals. Now, the reason why they did this, or why they have this as an option, is because, I shouldn't say this, but you can create a YouTube channel under any name, and you can go somewhere and get that person in big time trouble. We had this happen. I'm not going to say who it was doing it because it was actually a funny joke, but it made me mad at the time. We had somebody do this to me on my live streams when we were still in the house, and they were creating channels that were exactly like they did the Rick, they did Cichlid Man 09, and then they started commenting on the stream, and I thought that was the Rick. I thought it was Cichlid Man 09, but it wasn't. It was somebody playing a joke. It was a fun time. That's what that's for. So if somebody goes on and says something really racist or something just really derogatory under the name KG Tropicals, if you don't see that check mark, it's not me. I didn't do it. And that's what that's for. And they're taking that away. And I'm sure it's not just us. If it is just us, ouch, what did we do? But I don't think it's us. I think it's something that's kind of an across the board thing, not for everybody, but channels that are bigger but not respectable in YouTube's eyes. They're going to take away the badge. And here's, this is what the email says. The goal is to help other channels avoid impersonation and help viewers understand if a channel is the official presence of the creator, celebrity, or brand it represents, which is exactly what I just said. And then it says, people who are eligible to be verified have built a large audience and community on YouTube. 125,000. I'd say that's pretty significant. Are widely recognized outside of YouTube and have a strong presence. Isn't it funny? We got that email today, and I went to a fish store and got recognized in the parking lot.
Well, it happens.
So
most
have
of the time
I
when we go to
built a
meeting.
community outside of the? Yes. Have we? Yes. Or have a channel name that could be confused with other channels on YouTube. You know how many times I've been in a live stream and Kevin Green will say something and then people will be like, oh my God, John. It happens all the time. Now, Kevin Green's channel name is KG Cichlids. It makes sense. I mean, JH Aquatics, that's my initials. Nobody confuses JH with me. But anyway, it's his initials. But people get it confused for me. We talk about cichlids a lot, or KG. It makes sense. So to avoid being confused with other channels, sure. I mean, there's others that are going to be out there that could be confused for us. It makes me mad. It hurts my feelings that they would do this because I was very proud to get that verification badge.
Yeah, but they can't take the YouTube plaque back.
No, it's right over there. I almost forgot where it was. So anyway, once again, this goes back to what I was talking about. But I don't know if there's going to be a day where our full-time career is going to be KG Tropicals because this kind of stuff is terrifying. Mm-hmm. Because YouTube can just do anything they want. They are a private business. It's up to them. They make the rules, and I respect that. But any moment, there could be a major change like this, and we're up you-know-what's creek without a paddle. So really frustrating, but I don't know. Well, you know, it is what it is.
That's why you got to look at it as fun and just as I don't know, help others out, and that's it.
If I saw John, I'd be like, hey, John, and walk by. Living in Hollywood, I'm used to seeing celebrities. Come on now. Yeah. See, I'd be mad at you if you just walked on. I want to meet you. I want to say hi. And I shook that guy's hand and we talked for a little bit. We walked around the fish store together. It was fun. I don't remember his name, but that's just because I'm a jerk. So
I love meeting
I
people
think he
when
said
we're
his name
out.
was Glenn. Hopefully he's watching tonight. We'll have to see. But
I was at Walmart and someone recognized my voice. I was like, "You recognize my voice?" Oh, that's terrifying. But that's okay, you know. Good
I mean,
people.
that's a good thing.
Had
Get
a-
recognized just for your voice.
Had a good conversation in the checkout line in Walmart.
That reminds me of the first topic that is off fish keeping topics. We saw Dane Cook on Friday night, and that was one of his jokes, was hearing somebody heard his voice in a store
Oh,
and
yeah.
recognized him.
That's right.
If y'all are a fan of stand-up comedy and you're a believer that Dane Cook lost it like 13, 14 years ago, you were wrong. We just saw him on Friday, and he was absolutely incredible. I've been to 100 stand-up comedy shows. He was the best by a mile. I mean, by a long shot. And I've seen some heavy hitters. He is the king right now, as far as I'm concerned. Loved it. And I have an autographed picture of him in the office, but I didn't bring it out
I do
here.
too.
So yeah, we got 2 of them. But so let's get into the. You're reading the same one I am.
Brian Garrett.
John talks 90% of the time. And remembering Lisa's voice is pretty good. I
That's
told
why
her.
I have to sneak in and say things and interrupt and make little comments sometimes that, you know,
It's nerves.
making fun of John.
It's nerves. That's what it is. It just keeps me going. It keeps me rolling. Let's go ahead and do our video shout outs. You can go
Yay.
first because Brian doesn't want to hear my voice. So you go first and I'll be quiet.
Oh, wow. You guys take advantage of this. He's going to be quiet. He'll cut in, I'm sure. So my video shout out today is Creative Pet Keeping, Cassia's. Now, I could be wrong. I was saying it by the way it's spelled, but Kasha, her video on growing from like little cocoons, monarchs. And it was such a beautiful video. I loved it. I'm shocked she only has like 2,000 views or something, but if you haven't seen it, it's a great video. It's just awesome. You can tell she spent a lot of time. She did some footage, you know, during the process. It didn't happen all at one time. And I just thought it was a beautiful video. And I think she should get more credit for it. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and share it. She deserves it. It's great. Good stuff.
Yeah, and Candy just shared her channel because that's what Candy does because she's awesome. But I don't know if that's the actual video, but I have the actual video in the description down below. I'll put the camera back on me now, on both of us. If you want to watch that video that Marie was just recommending, welcome to Nicole Snyder as a member of the team. Now they're all going to start coming in again. We're going to get another wave of members. So while we're waiting for that, John is bald. You just wanted to see me read that, didn't you? I am indeed bald. Not quite sure why that needs to be in the comment section, but you're just a little rascal. So my video recommendation goes a little bit deeper because this is a friend. And I know what you're going to say. You know, John only shouts out his friends. That is absolutely not true. I have shouted out a bunch of people that I've never said one word to. So give me a break. Every once in a while, I got to throw in one of my friends. And there's a very particular reason why I am bringing this one up today. That's because we're going to go see him on Friday. And that is Primetime Aquatics.
Yep.
Our plan for Friday, the itinerary for Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday, we fly from Richmond to Chicago. We get to Chicago at like 3 p.m. or something like that. And then we're going to go hopefully to the venue, and hopefully they let us in there, the venue where Aquashella will be handled. We're going to go from there to a super secret place. I don't know if I'm even invited or we are invited. I don't even know if we're going. I don't know. But we're either going to go there or we're going to go straight to Jason from Primetime Aquatics home to visit his fish room and his beautiful family. I am super excited about that because Jason Adams is one of the nicest human beings on planet Earth, folks. And
really is.
so to be able, we were invited. I didn't call him and say, hey, dude, can we come to your house? He was like, hey, y'all are going to be here. I'd love for you to come by. We're only like 25 minutes from the venue. Come by and see the fish room. So yes, we're absolutely going to do that.
It's going to be fun.
And I'm excited about it. Brian Garrett, welcome. You
He
didn't have to
wanted
become a member.
He wanted me to say welcome.
Okay.
Welcome, Brian Garrett.
Yeah, when I was picking on you there for a second, Brian, I wasn't being real. I mean, thank you for becoming a member. You didn't need to do that to, I was being silly with you just like you were being silly with me. But welcome to the team. Super excited to have you. So we're going to go to Jason's. We're going to get some footage there. And I'm excited about it. Probably get a tour from him of his fish room. And he's got like 60-something tanks. And they're all absolutely immaculate. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the real way a fish room should look. So that is exciting. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Victor Nunez, for the $2 super chat. Have to go, guys. Great live stream, as always. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, God. I feel like what people do, and I don't blame them, is they super chat because they want to make sure we see the comment. And folks, I know it's probably frustrating that we don't always address the chat. Today we're going to, for the rest of the show, we're going to, after I tell you about the video that I'm recommending. But
yeah, it's kind of hard when he's always talking.
Yeah, that's true.
I do see a lot of comments I'd love to answer. But go ahead, John.
So it's very difficult. Believe me, I understand how there is a thrill attached to hearing a streamer say your name. It doesn't matter if there's 20 people watching the stream or 300 and something like we have here now. It doesn't matter. I understand it. I just had this happen to me on Saturday. One of the channels that I love dearly is named Nick Nimmin, and he is a YouTube guru. And he's awesome, a fellow Baldy, and his channel is just amazing. So he was streaming on Saturday with his brother D, which they do every Saturday. I put in a comment. I tried to super chat, but it wouldn't let me. And my card's good. I think it might be because they live in Thailand. Maybe there was something weird about that.
My card is good.
But yeah, the card's good. But it wouldn't go through. So I'm like, well, you know what? His stream he had like 400 and something people watching. It's flowing just as fast as mine usually does, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. And he said, this is from KG Tropicals. He says, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, whoo, like it was a thrill because this is a guy I've been watching for years. And he said my name, and that was really cool. And no. You did exactly what you're about to do right now. I'm sitting there like a kid. I'm like, oh my God, Nick Nimmin is talking to me. And of course she walks in and does what she does, which is walk in the room and just start talking before you even break the threshold of the room. And I'm like, be quiet. He's talking to me. So I get it. I understand how frustrating that can be. And I also understand how much of a thrill it is for any YouTuber to say your name. I get it. It's just very difficult to do when you have the scrolling stream or chat like we do.
Well, I had a YouTuber that has 1.8 million subscribers heart my comment, and that was the Critter Club. So I was super thrilled with that. I was like, oh my gosh, they hearted my comment. It was special because they don't just heart everybody's comment and they don't know who I am. So yeah, I felt really good about that.
There is a thrill, and I get it, and I want to answer every single one, but it's absolutely impossible. But let me just tell you, the video that I wanted to recommend to you is in the chat. I'm sure, or in the description. I'm sure Candy has already put up a link to Jason's channel, Primetime Aquatics. He looks like me, except he's a lot better looking. He's in much better shape, and he has a full beard, where I only have the goatee. But and he is an absolutely amazing human being, and he's a professor, a marine biology associate professor guy. So the dude
really
is smart. The video that I put the link to down below is one on 5-gallon tanks. Are they worth it? Should you have that be your first tank and all that. Very, very smart, and it's a very well done video. Jason is one of those guys that basically stands in front of the tank and talks. And he's one of the few that can get away with that because.
And his wife is super sweet too, Joanna.
Yes, she is.
And his 2 sons are absolutely great children.
So
Well,
welcome,
young men, actually.
welcome to the team. Be Mowdy. I feel like you've been a member before. Maybe you decided you're out and then you came back in. I don't know, but welcome back to the team, or welcome for the first time.
River Life, thank you for the $20 super chat. Diet Coke Fun and Aquashella. And just want to say, Rack, tell Angela I said hi.
He drank about
miss you guys.
$20 worth of Diet Cokes when he was here, so that's paying us back, is what he's doing.
I would not say he's paying us back after everything he did while he was here.
Good trivia question. I'm going to give you a trivia question, and then we're going to get to the chat because I said to Be Mowdy, I said welcome back welcome if you're here for the first time. What movie is this from? It's good to see you again. Or for the first time. What movie is that from? And the accent was pretty good too. Tell me what movie that's from. You don't know it. And you will get a special shout out from me.
I was reading. I didn't.
It's
hear
good to see
anything
you again. Or for the first time. Who is that? Charlotte Jackson has become a member. You know what?
Where are we?
I'm just going to leave it up to you from now on to interrupt me when new members pop through. So what we'll do here is I will find a comment. I will address it while I'm looking for that comment. You find yours, and we'll go back and forth. How about that?
Oh, okay, starting.
I'll go first so that it gives you time to go to find one for you. I could read the one that says "Go Tees for the win." My hub rocks one before anyone gets confused by that comment. Yeah. Marie has never seen me without this. Never. Not even once. She's seen me with hair. It's like back here, but she's seen it. But she's never seen me without this. When are you going back to House of Tropicals again? I'm going to tell you a funny story about House of Tropicals.
That was my turn.
Oh, was that the one you were going to read?
No, but.
But I didn't really do one because I just talked about.
You do one and I do
Okay, go
one.
ahead.
Not you do one. You do
So
one.
Steve White, I will get to yours as soon as she's done.
Matthew Holt, hey Lisa, do you have a goldfish? Yes, I do, and I named her Stevie. She's in a 75-gallon tank all by herself.
So now start looking for another one because I am going to address Steve White. When are you going back to House of Tropicals? So here's the deal. We have been struggling with 10 things. It's not a struggle to record them. We love recording them. We're having a struggle having the appropriate footage to show in the videos. And so last Friday, I got home from work early. We had tickets to Dane Cook that night, and Lisa Marie Conroy says, why don't we go up to House of Tropicals?
Because that's my favorite place in the whole wide world.
We went up there. The owner, Mark, I finally got to meet him for the first time. He approached me. He didn't know who I was. A few of the employees in there do, but he didn't. I was filming B-roll, and he walks up, hey, so what are you going to do? Put that on YouTube? And I was like, uh-oh, because I knew this guy was the owner. And I said, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. I wanted to get some footage for it. He said, okay, that's great. That's awesome. So that was a relief. But they know us up there, and they know that we film the tanks, and they have no problem with us doing that at all. So the answer to your question is 1 week ago tomorrow, we were at House of Tropicals. When are we getting back up there? I don't know. The sooner the better. But we got Aquashella next weekend, and then we'll recover the weekend after that. And then is the Aquatic Experience the next weekend, or is it 2 weekends away? I don't know. But it's going to be madness for a couple, 2-3 weeks for us.
Could have gone next week because Hans wanted you to come up and do a video of his new shipment. Hans is getting new fish in next week, so be looking for that if anybody is looking for discus.
Michael Thornley Wildlife Foundation got it. It was the bird cage. Well done, my friend. I'm going to go pee. So this is your question time anyway. So I'll put it on you and we'll go there.
All right. Jay Quiz. Hey guys, first time on live chat. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. Brian Garrett, this is good therapy for Lisa and John. LOL. It's a lot of fun. I love it. Um, William Winters, I've been watching Jason almost as long as John. John is the one who got me into Africans. And yeah, Africans are pretty much what got KG Tropical started. So not our first fish, but it is what basically got us started in breeding, and lots of fun. Love the African cichlids. Let's see here. Brandon Bosek, you should shave at 250,000 subscribers. That would be, I don't know.
What
I
about
don't know if I might not even recognize you if you shave that off. Shave it for charity. Matthew Holt.
Locks of love don't want nothing
Lisa,
to do with
just
this.
wondering, do you have a goldfish? By the way, my wife loves you. Aw, thank you. And I think I answered that. Yes, I do have a goldfish named Stevie. Fuzzy Vision, I have a goldfish in a 125-gallon solo with a Playco, LOL. That's awesome. You're doing a good thing for that goldfish. You may go ahead.
This is a good one, and I can really only answer it based on our experiences dealing with aquariums for a very long time. IMG Snap says, at KG Tropicals, I have a serious question about fish diseases that can cross the fish/human barrier. If you are cleaning a tank barehanded and you have a cut, are there things that can affect you or infect you? The answer is absolutely 100% yes. Has it ever happened to me? No. And I am a person that suffers from anxiety. I have always bit my fingernails. They're little nubs. They're terrible. And I've always got open, bloody fingertips because I chew them so much. And I've never had anything happen. About the only thing even close to that was when I picked up that stingray barb and my fingers felt a little weird for a couple of days. But my sister came over here one day and she was like, I didn't sleep at all last night because I read an article about somebody getting sick from putting their hands in an aquarium. I'm like, okay, those aquariums are probably funky. Ours are not. And I've never had a problem with that. The answer to your question is yes. And if that's something that bothers you, get you some of those long dishwashing gloves or something and don't go in there barehanded and the problem is solved.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I've ever experienced something bad with. And it's not something I've ever taken precaution of.
I would worry more about your fish room and making sure that it's properly ventilated so that way you don't get like mold or mildew and then get something, in your lungs and get some kind of a respiratory infection. That I would worry about that more than, not that I'm saying you can't get anything from a cut. I'm just saying that you want to protect also your innards, not just,
You actually entertained the idea of making a video about that.
Yeah, I was going to do a video on that because it's super important to make sure that you keep your lids clean, you keep everything clean, you make sure you keep everything dry and wipe it down so you don't get stuff, you don't want to have mold spores and stuff hanging around and get some kind of respiratory infection or disease.
You want to get to that orange and green stripe there?
Oh my gosh, hold up. I was looking at a question. Mark Hill, $24.99 super chat. Drink fun for y'all and Jason. Awesome,
That's his second super chat of the day,
Thank you, Mark.
totaling $75.
He
this guy.
likes that color, I think.
I think so. When it goes away, he's like, nope, can't have that go away. Got to put up more.
Thank you so much, Mark.
And then there's the new member too.
New member, welcome Fish Room Fever. Thank you for joining. Wow, hold up. All the way, I've got to scroll all the way back because there's a lot of questions.
21, 22, 20, 22 new members today. That's an incredible record. Wow, the team is growing, ladies and gentlemen. This is exciting. All right, let me get back to my list to see if there was anything else. So yeah, if you want to keep going with Q&A, we can, and then we can get into John's world and Lisa's world to wrap it up.
Yeah. 3D Romero's. Lisa speaking uninterrupted for more than 30 seconds. A new record. Right?
Why are people so mean to me? I try to be such a nice guy.
Megan, oh gosh. Megan Melaragno? Melaragno.
Nice job.
Lisa, can we see the dog sometime? 2, we see the cat a lot. Dogs aren't allowed in the fish room, but well, they chase my cats, and Mama Cat she's fragile. Jake Mitchell, Lisa, do you feed bloodworms to your betas? Yes, I do. I don't do it every single day, but I do it about 3 times a week, and also I do frozen bloodworms and I do freeze dried. So, but yeah.
John, are you all going to answer my question about how long you've been married and what is your favorite fish in the in on a goldfish and guppies and piranhas? Favorite fish in the in, I'm not sure what the end meant. We're not married, but we've been together for 10 years.
We've been married before, so.
Yeah, we've both been there, done that, and
Genevieve Celeste Eklund, Lisa rocks. Thank you so much.
She really does. She does. Caitlin Casey just joined up as a member. Glad to have you. When I was in the Apple store yesterday, Taylor Swift was on every single device.
Say Taylor Swift was there.
No. She was on every single device in that store, and the picture of her looked a lot like Caitlin Casey's avatar. So I just compared you to Taylor Swift. That's not a bad thing. But yeah, that was when I got real depressed, was when I was in the Apple store. Went to Best Buy first, and I was like, all right, I need the MacBook Pro. There's 2 MacBook Pro 15 inches that they sell there. One's like $2,300, one's $2,800. I said, I need the $2,800 one. I'm going to get the financing for it, and I'll have it paid off within 6 months, no big deal. And the guy was like, okay, no. So then I decided to go to the Apple store and give it a shot there, and nobody even approached me, which I thought was weird. I'm like, there's not a bigger Apple fanboy than me. Let her do it. She's fine.
There's
yeah,
the
get
cat.
ready for a show, folks. It's coming. And they didn't even ask me if they could help me or anything, which kind of bothered me because I'm like, there's no bigger Apple fanboy than me, and you all won't even say hi to me. Kaler's Aquatics just wanted to make sure he still sees that orange oval up there. Where did all the orange go? That's better. Yes, it looks so beautiful like that. Kaler's Aquatics as the mod. I thought I did that. I thought I made Bob a mod.
I thought you did too.
Wow. Getting this thing on my computer is...
Hey, Mommy Kitty.
Stop. All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it right now because I like that guy. And there we go. Now you got your wrench, or as Rob93 would say, wrench. See, y'all don't think I watch channels that are smaller than me. I do. I watch them all. And he says, wrench. And I think it's adorable the way he says that. I don't know that he's ever said anything to me, so I don't know. He might not be a fan of your boy sitting here, but I don't know. He's never given me any reason to feel that way. I just don't ever recall him ever saying anything to me. So, and that's not at all meant to be a dig towards him at all. So
I have a question. It's about the video I did today for members only.
I was wondering that. Yep.
Okay, so I did a video today for members only. It was just a update on my 125, and also I brought up in that I was going to be talking about it during the live stream, that let me be clear. The first person that can guess what my super secret fish is going to be in the 125, you'll get a shout out in next week's stream, and you'll get a Zis filter.
I thought that was just for members. Because this is all for everybody, and that was just for members, I thought. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
the members are the only ones that got the hint.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
members got the hint.
So we're going to do that the same stream that we're giving all this away? Whew. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine
I
by me.
mean,
You're taking it all to the post office.
You know, right. But anyways, yes, I did mention that in the members only live stream. That way the members got a hint. But if you guess, if the first person that guesses, Candy knows too, and I'll be keeping an eye out. The first person that guesses what it is will get either a small or a large Zis filter, or both if you want both. So, but it's got to be the first person. So if you watched my members only video today, you got 3 hints. So, and I'm not going to give them on here,
And Brian,
just because members only are the ones that got the hint.
Brian Garrett, watch that video and you'll have your answer there. But the hints are fun.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're
They're not like
like
over the top, like.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to be like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, no,
But-
it's not. It's nothing crazy to where like they have a. I mean, they have a teeny bit more of a chance, but you know, it's fair.
Folks, don't panic about the cat being on the tanks. They have very secure lids. She ain't going to get nothing. He ain't going to get nothing. We don't judge. It's safe. It's fine. Don't worry.
Steam Fight Aquatics. I don't believe this giveaway.
Who said that? Oh, shocker, Bob.
Hey, but you can also, you know,
Yeah, Bob, you could win it.
Yeah,
you
you
got all
could
those
win it.
tanks now.
you need it.
Okay, so there's Candy talking about the giveaway. Somebody commented angels, and I'm just going to say no.
Well, you just stop.
Well, I know.
It's not.
I know, that's fine.
Because
You know, hey.
whoever guesses, I'm not going to tell them.
No, we're not going to tell whoever's right that they're right, if there is somebody that's right. However, it's not angels. And I wish it was, because I love angels so much. I have an eel in my quarantine tank. Had to get him in the hang on the back filter. Other than lowering the water, what can I do to stop this? So is it like a super thin eel that went up through the hose? That's kind of crazy. What I would suggest, you can kind of see it above Marie's left shoulder, which would be on your right. The behind the output, but behind the return of the Fluval FX6 that's on that tank, you see the intake right there, and it has an intake sponge on it, which is actually very good, because look how dirty that intake sponge is. All of that would be in the filter. The intake sponges are something that is good for that purpose that you're talking about. Fish not going up through the filter, but they're also good for if you're going to have fry in the tank, and they're also good to prolong maintenance between maintenance. Prolong the amount of time between maintenance, because a lot of that stuff is going to get caught up in that. And all you do is you pull it out and you squeeze it out into tank water, not the tank itself. Pull it out, put it in a bucket and squeeze it out, and then do that once a week or so and you're good to go. And you will have to clean your sponge filter so much less, and your eel won't go up in there. So there we go. And you know what? We really do need to give Steamfot some love here. I messaged him, I think it was last night, and I made a comment on the size of his balls.
What?
Because he has decided to take the plunge and take his fish business and YouTube following to the next level and go full time. Super proud of him. Having the experience that I've had with that, I'm a little nervous for him, but you know what? He has got an unbelievable support system, just an hour or maybe a couple hours away from him that he can turn to if things don't go right. And I'm not saying for money, I'm saying for advice. He's got Corey right down the road. I didn't have that. I didn't know anybody that had a fish store back then. So I didn't have somebody to turn to if I had questions. But super happy for you, Bob. And I will be watching. Believe that. Still mad at you that I'm not going to see you next Friday. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll forgive you as long as you go to New Jersey, which you said you weren't going to do. But anyway, John, does custom aquariums make regular size tanks like 55s or 75s? Looking to replace my 65 when finances allow, hopefully soon. Yes, they do. They actually have on their website an aquarium configurer where you can select the height, the width, and the length that you want, and it'll give you the price on it. If you have more questions about it, just email me at kgtropicals@gmail.com. His moss balls, John. Yes. No, I believe I actually described them as mammoth-sized balls. It takes a lot of guts to do what Bob's doing.
Wow.
But you know what? Look at all of the titans in this world, these billionaires and these super rich people. None of them did that without risk. They had to piss some people off. They had to screw some people around. And it's part of being in business. And they all had to take a risk to do it. I mean, Zuckerberg left Harvard. Seriously. I mean, and I think Bill Gates left Harvard too. I know they both went to Harvard. I know Zuckerberg left early. I don't know if the other one I said, Bill Gates, I don't know if he left early. John, where's the after party after Aquashella on Saturday? I have no idea. I don't. I'm just going to basically follow the crowd. I mean, you might go back to bed. I don't know what you're going to do, but wherever anybody's going to go, that's where I'm going to go.
I might go back to bed because I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like right now, it's my bedtime.
Yep. If I had my choice, not that I don't like all of the people that are going to be there, I would much rather go with a very small group so that we can all be there and hang out. And
we
instead
want Bob
of
to
it being,
go.
instead of it being like this madhouse like it was when we went the other time. I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but I love it to be a little bit more intimate, a little bit more personal. So, you know, if there's like the massive crowd is going to go to that place and like 10 or 12 people are going to go to this other place, I'd probably naturally go with the 10 or 12. But just because I like to be able to hear myself think and talk with people one-on-one rather than it being wah nonstop.
I don't know. I think I could just sit there and let everybody else talk. Then I don't have to say anything.
John, let's go grab a turkey soda or two. Don't know what that is, Fishy Biz, but I'm thinking it might have something to do with alcohol, and I'm not your guy for that. I've never heard of a turkey soda, but I'm a soda freak, so I'll try it if that's really what it is. Sounds disgusting, but for some reason I feel like that's some kind of code for beer or something like that. I don't know. All right, let's get into John's world and Lisa's world. Do you have anything?
Let's see.
Because I have two things. If you don't have one, I'll just take them both. People are like, God, we got to listen to him more.
I mean, as far as this week goes, it's been kind of a YouTube week. Doing a lot of, I guess you could say, homework. Things for 10 things and working on the aquariums, being a mom, and going to field hockey games, and also just my usual stuff. I work from home. It's almost like I don't even talk about that and consider it a job because I work from home, but I do work. But yeah, in my free time, I'm feeding a lot of cats, stray cats, the 2 that are in the garage, the 3 upstairs, and dogs. But basically just taking care of the fish, and I love maintaining the tanks. It's a lot of fun. I've been enjoying this Planet tank, and I'm actually looking forward to doing another one or maybe doing an overhaul on my 75. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really getting into these plants. I'm having a blast. But other than that, I know what next week looks like. I need to get tires on my car. I need to get an oil change. Yeah.
Next week is going to be madness, but I'm so much looking forward to it. I will have a small dinner on Sunday night. There is this really awesome steak and burger spot. That is where I'll be Saturday night. I mean, we might join you there Saturday night. Sunday, we're leaving straight from the event to Wisconsin. So I don't know that we're going to be able to do anything Saturday night. And I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour drive. I don't know if we're going to Ted Judy's house or if we're going to a hotel. I don't know what we're going to do, but Sunday night is going to be kind of off for us, but Friday night, Saturday night, we'll be there. Roy S. decided to become a member. Welcome, my friend. So now it's time to get the rest of the people off of this stream when I talk about John's World, because when I talk about stuff that's not to do with fish, people seem to lose their mind. There's two things that I want to talk about for John's World. One of them is really scary, and the other is I'm a weird person, and it makes me sad, and I don't know why. Wait, you're coming to Wisconsin? Yeah, I'm going to Custom Aquariums the Monday after Aquashella. So there's a YouTuber by the name of Tim Pool. I don't watch political commentary videos because I can't stand them, but when I do, Tim Pool is one of those guys that I like a lot. He's like a straight down the center guy. You don't get all this madness, left, right garbage. And he did a video a couple of weeks ago talking about a fan of his coming to his home in the middle of the night and banging on the door. And it's kind of like the story Dane Cook told for his closing bit. It was bananas. And he's got one of those doorbells that records what happens on the front porch. Mm-hmm. So he could see this joker right there. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I think the guy came 2 nights in a row. I put a link in the description for that video. It scared me to death because this is what is, it happens to people on YouTube. And that is scary. Now, I like to think I don't have any enemies. Like, we've got people that don't like us, and there's some people that make it very clear that they don't like us, and that's fine. I wish I would have known that before I approached them in public and treated them special. But anyway, that's fine. But I don't think I have any enemies that would wish us harm. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not scared of that. But you know what? And this is a guy that has never put his address out there or anything like that. I don't even know that he ever even said what city he lives in. And somebody showed up at his house. That's terrifying. West Side Story, that's a clever name. Hey, John, I have an albino Oscar that is growing way slower than the black Oscar that I bought. In your experience, if an Oscar grows slower or is picky, is that a female? No, because I believe female Oscars get bigger than males. I could be wrong there. I've never tried to sex them, so I could totally be wrong there. But I like to use the human analogy for almost everything involved in fish keeping. And you know what? I'm 6 foot tall, 225 pounds. She's 5'3" and not even close to that in weight. And I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to say what she weighs. And I don't know what she weighs.
Thank you.
But people grow to different sizes. You stand me up next to 10 men, and you're going to have some that are this tall, some that are this tall, some that are this tall. And then there's Emmanuel Webster, and then there's, Gary Coleman, rest his soul, and all of this. I mean, you have different people are different sizes, and fish are the same way. Just because the book says that it can get to 13 inches doesn't mean that they're all going to. You might just have a runt, and it's not anything to be alarmed over. If the fish is not eating at all, then it's time to hit the sirens. But it's an Oscar. It'll come around, and it'll start eating if that's the problem.
Steve White, are you dosing CO2 in your Planet Aquarium? Please let me know. I do not use CO2 in my aquarium. I just use fertilizer. I use Easy Green. I use the Easy Iron, and I use the Easy Green tabs that go into the substrate. So that's what I use.
Thank you so much to Jason Thompson for the $2 super chat. Want to get into my next John's World. And y'all are going to look at me funny when I say this. It's something that's been on my mind for a while. I have the weirdest things that stick in my head. And I don't know why these things bother me, but it just shows that I'm just a weird person. There is a whole community out there on YouTube of people that film and upload brawls that happen in IHOPs. It's like a thing. It's like a common thing. Fights break out in IHOPs for some reason.
Okay.
There was one in particular, which I'm pretty sure I linked in the description. I think I did. Let me check on that. But there was one that happened that I saw the other day, and I think it's kind of recent. No, I didn't put it on here. That's a shame. But I put Tim Pool's video on there. So this particular video is of an IHOP brawl, and it was this dude that was just being you know what. He was a menace. He was being a terrible, terrible person. He was cursing people out. He was trying to fight people. He was just being a bad human being. And another guy a bunch of people were trying to calm him down and get him to shut up. And it didn't work. He didn't stop running his mouth. He ended up getting physical with one guy. And it's like, it's one of those world star moments. The guy takes one hit. He's down on the ground, and it was pretty brutal. And they're all fighting all over the place. And the fight travels throughout YouTube. Yeah, travels all through the IHOP. And then it finally gets broken up. And the guy's walking out. This is the part where I say, you're going to say I'm a weird person. He's walking out, and he's mad, and his clothes are ripped, and he's got blood coming down from his face, and his face is all swollen. And he walks up to the camera, and he says a bunch of stuff. But one of the things that he says is, man, I just wanted some pancakes.
Wow.
I don't know why that sticks in my head. I feel so bad. The guy was a jerk, and he deserved to be knocked out. And whatever he got, he deserved. But it just made me see the other side when he said he's walking out. I just wanted pancakes. I felt so bad. I'm weird. I know that I'm weird, but that is one of those things that it just got me. I don't feel bad for the guy, but I feel bad for that. Because that guy didn't go into IHOP looking for a fight. He went to get pancakes. And I think he was looking for
on YouTube in a chat or doing a live stream, and you're just running your mouth, and
and people get mad at me for it.
You just wanted pancakes.
I just wanted pancakes. That's all I wanted. I'm serious. I'm 45 years old. I'm a manly man. I'm a man's man. There's no, whatever. I'm sitting there watching that late at night, and he said that, and I swear I did this. Aww. I feel like such a stupid person. Roy S. became a member again.
Oh, wow.
Do you have more than one account there? Or maybe he upgraded the tier level. Maybe that's what happened.
Thank you so
because
much.
that will show up twice. So whatever you've done there, maybe you downgraded. I don't know. But whatever it is, thank you so much for joining the team. So I'm tired of you talking about how much I talk. So I'm just going to... he upgraded. How about that? YouTube doesn't tell us that. And it's kind of frustrating. Anyway... Very excited to have you on the team. And I'm going to stop talking because I'm tired of you yelling at me for talking. So I'm going to put the camera on you, and I'm going to let you say goodbye. And
now you're going to do it when I'm tired.
Yep.
My throat kind of hurts. I don't know. So now you're going to let me talk. Thanks, John. So anyway, thank you, everybody, for watching. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for putting up with me. Giving John a hard time, but that's what it's about. That's our life. So why would we change anything and try to be somebody else on a live stream? This is us. We joke around. We bust each other's balls, I guess you could say. That's what John says, so might as well say it too. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you haven't watched the members only video, go check that out. I am going to say one thing, though. There was somebody that actually guessed my secret fish. Oh. So I will be shouting you out next Thursday, and you will be winning a Ziss filter or 2. So I'm not going to say it now because I don't want to spoil what fish are going in until the video actually comes out on Monday. So I will be putting them in this weekend, and the video will go out on Monday. So fingers crossed, everything works out good. So anyways, do you have something to say?
Bob Steenfot said, I just wanted some pancakes. Bob, your face is going to look like that dude's face if you don't show up to Aquashella. Better be there Saturday.
You're so funny. Alrighty then. So I'm done. You done?
I'm done.
I'm done. Good night, everybody.
All right, I'll push.